Good afternoon. My name's Anthony Bennett. I'm Chief Executive of Reboot the Future, and I'm here today to talk about our new, refreshed, revamped website for school resources, globaldimension.org.uk, and some of the content you can expect to see coming on stream in 2021. So, the great project we have to announce today is called Rise Up. It's a new joint project between Reboot the Future and esteemed environmentalist Jonathan Porritt, and a new group of emerging young filmmakers which seeks to speak to the exact moment in which we find ourselves right now, here at this disrupted start of 2021. So this is an invitation to you from us to join us in imagining and taking action towards a positive future with creativity at its core at exactly a time when perhaps we might not be thinking exactly that. Reboot the Future is, by explanation, a small foundation co-founded by Kim Pullman around a very simple thesis, our very own version of the golden rule, which is treat others and the planet as you would wish to be treated. As you might gather from our name, we have an interest in a future, a better future, built around the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Our interests converge across three central themes: the environment, culture, and education. Now, our principal platform for schools is our online service, globaldimension.org.uk, which functions as a one-stop shop for free downloadable school resources designed for teachers who want easily usable classroom materials to help better understand and navigate and design lessons around SDGs. Now, these 17 SDGs represent the key technical challenges and solutions across food and energy and work and so on, but they are not very often popularly understood. Very often people fail to understand what is the direct correlation between the changes they're being asked to make in their own lives and the incremental degrees of climate change or sea level growth or any other aspect of climate. This lack of understanding leads to a frustration, a lack of ability to change things, and a lack of agency. And we want to address that. And the constituency who feels this most strongly are the youngest, because they are the group whose futures are most at risk and most hostage to fortune. They literally have the most to lose. So when the pandemic truly hit the UK in March 2020, Reboot had been working with Jonathan and our creative team on a book which was in itself a kind of a science fiction, set some years in the future. That was then. Then the lockdown hit us and has forced us in so many ways to rethink what our proposition is. We wanted to respond to the new environment where everything is moving online, where lots of things that climate activists had been talking about for years, less air travel, working from home, better work-life balance, had effectively been forced upon us. At the same time, anxiety levels and uncertainty for young people have been at an all-time high. The disruption in schooling, examinations, university places has been felt severely by both students and teachers. We are making our children a perfect storm of societal and biological and climate disruption. So this is what we've done instead. First, we will have Jonathan Porritt's book, Rise Up, a downloadable ebook by Jonathan which captures the voices of three young people in 2025, 5 years hence, recounting the events, political and personal, from this year onwards, starting with the presidential inauguration of Joe Biden, we hope, which led them to a sustainable planet. Secondly, we'll release in March a new online film, also called Rise Up, based on Jonathan's book, written by Beth Flintoff, with producer Becky Burchell and director Sophie Austin. Rise Up is itself composed of 5 shorter films, which we hope will inspire young people to explore their own feelings about a future and understand that their voices are important, that they have agency and a role to play in creating a positive, more sustainable future. Each episode will be dedicated to memorable spikes in the narrative and will embed a character into those themes to imagine their journey over 5 years. These characters will all be young people at a turning point in their lives. We will see their wake-up moments and discover how world events help shape their journeys, forcing them to take action, be innovative, resilient and responsible. Third, accompanying the film will be a pack of classroom resources, a series of tools to help teachers and students show the film in their class and help to pick their way out of the pandemic and into the future. These will be dedicated to providing hope for young people, allowing for classroom discussion, all available for download on globaldimension.org. Lastly, the fourth and final element will be a social media campaign and competition aimed directly at students and young people. Rather than just presenting our audience with our films, we don't want them to be passive. We want them to come back to us with an active response to our question, which is this: how do you want to reboot the future? We want our students' ideas and opinions, no matter how riotous or messy, because we don't think the future is clean cut, and we don't expect their ideas to be either. We will invite views from students around the world with an emphasis for 2021 on UK classrooms, as we want to directly address the urgency of the climate discussions happening at COP26 in Glasgow in November of this year. Our mantra at Reboot is treat others as you would treat yourself and the planet. For this project, we want to invite students to think of the future not as something which happens to you, but something which you can create for yourself. What happens next is then a result of a pact between the present and the future. If you want to find out more about Rise Up and Reboot the Future and Global Dimension, please go to www.globaldimension.org.uk/riseup. Thank you.